What's up, teammates? Here we go. I don't understand what everybody else was watching. I've been watching preseason for a while. I'm sure y'all been watching preseason for a while. Everybody out there was watching preseason game. And everybody knows how a preseason game goes. Put your stars out there. You let them get wet, get them loose a little bit, and tell them sit your ass down because we're not going to get our starters hurt. Not no stupid ass preseason game. You're not going to get a bunch of reps. You're going to have to sit down. Max, did you have fun? All right, have a seat. Jacorian, you haven't guaranteed you the spot, but you a starter. Have a seat. Jacoby, you did your little set. We took a couple of passes from Gardner, but that's enough. Go on and have a seat. So what you do is you take your starters, your best players, the players that you need for the season. You put them out there. You let the offense get their legs stretched out. And then you tell them to sit their ass down because we're not going to risk you playing in the preseason to get you hurt. Why the hell are people wondering who might be the starting quarterback after the preseason game? Why are people thinking, oh, that's kind of disappointing that Aiden O'Connell didn't get another rep? Or I don't think it's fair that Minshew got so many reps and Aiden didn't. Or Minshew didn't get any reps with the first team and Aiden did. I thought that was kind of unfair for Minshew. Because Minshew doesn't run with the first team. Because Minshew's not on the first team. You play your starter for a series, then you sit their ass down because you don't want to risk hurting your starters in a preseason game. Max wasn't out there for 2 or 3 series. We didn't have Christian Wilkerson out there trying to get extra reps in. No, we said get out there, get your feet wet, let's see what it's like, then sit your ass down because we're not going to risk our starters getting hurt in a stupid-ass preseason game. And when Aiden O'Connell was finished with that first drive, the coach pulled his ass off to the side and said, sit your ass down. You're not playing anymore because we're not going to risk getting our starters hurt over no damn preseason game. Gardner, get your ass in there and help us with these offensive plays so we can figure out what's going on with the starters. We just need to do a couple more handoffs with Zeus. All right, that's good enough. Zeus, get out there. Get out of there. Jacoby, get out of there. Go ahead, Fotheringham. All you guys go out there and practice with Gardner. The starters are going over here to sit down. Over here with me, Aiden and Max Crosby. We over here sitting down now because we're the starters and we're not going to play anymore. But Gardner Minshew, you're not a starter. So you go over there and continue to play because that's what your job is. We're testing our offense in the preseason without our starting quarterback because we're not going to get our starting quarterback hurt in the preseason. So Gardner, get your ass out there and get those reps going. Because you're not our starting quarterback, and we're not as concerned. That's what I saw. That's what everybody else always sees in preseason. And I can't believe people still are wondering who may be the starting quarterback. People still just don't want to give in and say, oh, well, it's prevalent since they didn't want to hurt Aiden O'Connell that, oh yeah, he must be the quarterback that they're coveting, right? If they care so goddamn much about Gardner Minshew and his scrambling and gambling, they'd say, hey, Gardner, you're out there doing a little too much with your legs. You're going to put our season in danger out here. Why don't you go ahead and have a seat? No, that's not what it was. It was Gardner, go out there and try to do your best to do something. Let's see what you can do. Gardner did a good job. I was impressed with the touchdown pass. I thought it was good when he scrambled out the pocket and got that, that 3rd and 3 or whatever it was. So I'm saying he had a bad game. I'm saying he had extended repetitions. Why? Because he's the second team quarterback. That's the end of that. I ain't even saying no more. There are other things about the game that I would like to talk about, like Jacorian Bennett's back up in the back of the end zone. Jacorian Bennett may be coming along like they say he is, and maybe it's only one play. You never know. But at least that happened. Jack Jones made a pick because Jack Jones is dope. He baited him into that pick. He was sitting, he was waiting, and then he saw he was about to go there, and you could see him just sprint. He's like, "Oh God, I can't believe you're gonna try to get that pass through." Yeah, and he took the right angle, the way the route should have been ran. The receivers all too deep in the route. Jack Jones knows where the receiver's supposed to be, and he goes to where he's supposed to be, and the receiver has no idea how to get to the ball. It was good business. Our defense is looking real good. And the fact that our offense is doing anything against the defense should show that our offense is working out pretty well. Because our defense did end up, putting the brakes on them. So, what else we got? Oh, yeah. I didn't get to look at very many young players. I didn't get to see Dylan Lowry. That's what I wanted to see, but he wasn't out there, and that's cool. I wish they'd have played Anthony Brown Jr. more. Well, not. I wish he'd have showed me more because I was just interested to see what he can do. I'm sure some of you may have seen people. I know it was Sanji for sure, and Wi-Fi Willie, of course. Started bringing out Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell suck so bad, Anthony Brown Jr. might have a chance to get in through the back door. And then people started kind of running with that, and that became kind of a hype thing. Like, well, he can run better. You never know. And Pierce was like, yeah, we're happy to see what he does. He does a great job out there. Absolutely. You guys think about that too. And then he plays a whole second half like doo-doo. It was terrible. I was hoping for more out of him because he's a good athlete. And he got a good arm, and I thought that, maybe he could put it together. Maybe he really was challenging for it. It was out there. People who say they're active practice were saying these type of things. So, you got to trust that opinion to a certain extent. I can't see. But apparently they can't see either. Because what he was doing was terrible. He had no idea what was going on out there. Gardner Minshew was impressive to a certain extent. He didn't throw an interception. The first pass he threw was a duck, and I can't believe it ended up getting there. If it was good in a real team, in a real game, I don't know if it got there. But he got it there. So that was a great pass, considering it was a completion. The scramble. And that's really it as far as what Gardner Minshew did. And it's good what he did, but I really don't understand why some people just won't give it up, put it down. They didn't play Aiden O'Connell for more than one series because when it's the preseason, you don't play your starters for more than one series. That's what happened to all the other starters, and that's what happened to Aiden. So, doubters and Aiden haters and the never Aidens and all you out there can go ahead and still believe that there's a quarterback competition. Still believe that, we'll see what happens come game one. Still believe that I'm going to be wrong. And we're waiting for that time. I'm waiting for me to be wrong. I just haven't been. Since we had Aiden O'Connell, I've called everything we did. I called him. Said he was going to replace Jimmy, and once he got in there, he wouldn't come out. That happened. I said Devontae Adams was tired of being almost killed by Jimmy Garoppolo, and he wanted Aiden to start in the first Chargers game. That happened. It came out on wide receivers that Dante was frustrated with Jimmy Garoppolo. Like I said, then comes to the end of the season. Once the season's over, I said we're going to keep Antonio Pierce. Everybody asked like, oh, it was a natural thing. There were so many people saying Pierce versus Jim Harbaugh, and there were some loyal fans who wanted Jim Harbaugh. There were a lot of people doing their little things saying Jim Harbaugh. So We're past that. I called the draft too. Again, I said we weren't going for a quarterback. I said we were going for 2 offensive line and the DB first. And if we didn't get Brock Bowers like we had no idea we would get, it'd have been exactly that. And we did get Brock Bowers because he fell into our lap. And then what did we do? We got 2 offensive linemen and a defensive back, just like I said we were going to do. And I've been saying since the end of the last year, Aiden O'Connell's going to be the starting quarterback. If you know anything about what the preseason means, you know that in the preseason, you don't play your starters for more than 1 series. Ask everybody else on the sideline who was drinking Gatorade. They were all starters as well. Drinking Gatorade with Aiden O'Connell. It's just very simple, and people still don't want to understand it, and there's no need for anybody else to understand it but us, because we already know. And we can be comfortable in knowing. And the fact that everybody is still fighting it, clawing at it, just bracing up. No, it won't be Aiden. It's already Aiden. It's been Aiden for a long time. And it's going to continue to be Aiden. And there's no doubt about that. But it's all right. I thought the Aiden hype train was going to start a little sooner than this. I really did. But that's all right. Let them ride the Minshew mania as they will. You know, enjoy Minshew mania time. Because the pictures are cute, and mustache and long hair. And you know what, man? I'm like totally cool on it's awesome. But when it comes down to football, Aiden O'Connell's going to be starting, and I'm happy about it. And so is Antonio Pierce, and everybody else on the Raiders team. And so is half the fandom who knows any damn thing about any damn thing. It's just obvious. It's not even like I'm trying to say I'm some type of guru and pulling shit out the sky. That's what happened in the game today. You play your starters 1 series, and then you sit them down. Aiden played 1 series. Gardner Minshew played, 3 or 4? He played out the whole first half. Who's the starter? I don't wonder, but many else do. Why? I don't know. The silver lining, you and I and the rest of y'all know that Aiden's going to be the starter. If we can just sit back and laugh and wait till the day comes and you can say, I never doubted. And then they'll say, nah, because that's what they always say. People hate when you're right. They just want to say you guessed. You'll get it too. Doesn't matter. The hype train will be there by game 3. So, let's wait for the hype train. Start driving this little bandwagon. It's gonna be a great time. And I mean, we might as well chalk up victory number 1, Destin in the boot. They I think when they're starting wide receivers hurt too. Things are smelling good for the Raiders right now, boy. And for the people who know anything about football, it's feeling good for us as Aiden O'Connell fans, because what he did out there was pretty slick. 7 for 8, or 7 for 9, and he got a sack. Lyman got beat, put him down. It's still good enough for the coach to say, "All right, sit your starting ass down. We ain't gonna risk you in no damn preseason game." Anyway. You can't win them all. Clouds get dark. When you're looking for something bright, head towards the silver lining. Guru out.